The management sim, a section of the gaming world in which players must build, expand, and manage fictional places and projects using the resources provided. These games are quite often categorized as simulation games in one form or another. Some of the biggest to grace our consoles have been Roller Coaster Tycoon, Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, and many, many, many more. So a few months back I took a look at Jotun by developer Thunder Lotus Games, and I was blown away by it. In August 2020, Thunder Lotus released the next game in their repertoire, and it was named Spiritfarer. It was released on PC, PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Google Stadia. It received favourable review scores from critics and players alike, and I have to say, I could not wait to delve into this. Please bear in mind that going forward there will be some minor spoilers, so this is your warning. So, without further ado, let's review Spiritfarer. The story is a simple tale in which you take the role of Stella, who is followed by her pet cat Daffodil. As Stella, you take over as the new Spiritfarer from Sharon. In Greek mythology, Sharon was the ferryman who took souls across the River Styx. His time has come and he passes his job over to you. As the Spiritfarer, it is your job to help spirits fulfill their last wishes before finally taking them to the Everdoor, which takes them to the afterlife. It's a story about making friends and helping them along their way to the afterlife. Because of this, it can actually be quite melancholic. As a story, I think it works really, really well. There are obvious ties to Greek mythology, but with its own twist, and it is the story and its characters that seriously got me through this game, as you shall find out. The characters you meet along the way really make it worthwhile, and learning all of their stories and about their lives make them feel so alive, and then when you finish helping them and they go through the door, it is actually really sad that they're leaving you. You really feel like you've lost someone you've connected with. The gameplay is that of a management sim. You sail the seas visiting place after place, picking up spirits who need your help. Once a spirit has joined your boat, you get given quests by them. These help further their plotline, which eventually leads them going to the Everdoor. These quests vary to quite a degree, but the majority of them teach you how the world works and the different ways in which you can acquire resources. On the topic of resources, these are needed to do most things within the game. You have resources ranging from wood, to foods, to ores, to seeds, plus many, many more. They help you do everything needed, such as building, farming, cooking, and upgrading your boat. So each spirit needs other things whilst on board your boat as well. They need a home to call their own, they need feeding, they like being spoken to, and most of all, they need some hugs every now and then. They all have a happiness meter which goes up the more you interact with them, keep them fed, and upgrade their living space. When it comes to building, you have an awful lot to build, which in turn allows you to do further activities across your boat, allowing for further resources. You can build fields, gardens, and orchards for farming. You have a kitchen so you can prepare food for your spirits. There's a sawmill to make planks of wood, a foundry to turn your ore into ingots, a smithy, a windmill, a loom, a crusher, a cellar, a lounge, an air draft, a zipline, a bouncy umbrella,
a place for cows, a place for sheep, and a place for chickens.
So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff to build, and a lot of different resources needed to build them. You then have the ship upgrades. These are simple and involve making the ship bigger to fit more things, better blueprints to unlock more buildings, and also things that either speed up the boat or unlock further areas of the map. As you play, you also get further unlockable abilities, which help you traverse more and more areas to collect more and more hidden items. These start at double jumping and go all the way to bouncing, ziplining, and a few more on top of that. There is quite a bit to the gameplay, and to be honest, it actually felt quite overwhelming at first. I won't lie to you, I really dislike management sim games. I've never been a fan of your Harvest Moons or your Stardew Valleys, as I just find them boring and repetitive, to be perfectly honest. It's just the type of gamer I am. And to be fair, It was the same for a lot of this game as well, especially at the beginning, where I constantly felt like I was behind, when I needed certain resources to build things that I was being asked to build, but the resources were stuck behind one of the areas I needed a ship upgrade for. It got quite frustrating at times because of this. But that being said, if you're a fan of this style of game, then I suppose it is done really well. Everything links together well, you can plan things out ahead of time and make things as smooth as you want. And just for funsies, you can move your buildings around how you want them to best suit how you want your boat. There is a bit of backtracking needed, but once you find the fast travel, that isn't much of an issue. I suppose my biggest gripe is because I don't play these types of games. I don't know how to plan my time properly or the best way of exploring places to make things as efficient as possible. The music of this game is hauntingly beautiful, but after Jotun, I'm honestly not surprised. There was obviously so much time and care put into creating this soundtrack. The artist who did it was Max LL, and he has done an unbelievable job. The music has been playing this whole time, so here, let me turn it up a bit for you. See? Stunning. The sound effects go hand in hand with it too. They just work. The sounds everyone makes when speaking is adorable, and everything from sawing a log to fishing just have the perfect sound put to them. The graphics, once again, are stunning. Everything is in 2D and is hand drawn and just works. All the main characters and environments look detailed and the colours are so beautifully saturated. It is just such a beautiful game to look at, it really is. The animations are so fluid and each character has their own, which really brings them to life, further showing their personalities. Even your character, Stella, has her idle animation, which show her fun-loving side as she plays with her Everlight. I'm sure you have noticed from the footage by now, but all your passengers are animals. This game is actually set in a type of purgatory, but everyone is from the real world. They just take the form of animals when they become a passenger. I actually love this aspect of the design. So, overall, the music and graphics are fantastic and I cannot fault them. This game is stunning. I think it really shows how well a developer does when they create characters and a story so interesting that even though I hate the type of game, I could not stop playing and needed to know how it all ended, just because I wanted to spend more time with these characters. There are a couple of glitches I found throughout, but nothing game breaking, and the worst one just made me need to quit to the main menu and then continue again from there. There are plenty of ways to sum this game up, but for me I would say it is a beautiful, melancholic game about making friends and preparing yourself to say goodbye when the time is right. This game took me about 20 hours to finish, and there were plenty of things I still could have done, although I did help all the spirits move on through the Everdoor. Plus, you can give the cat cuddles, so how can you not like this? Well, that's all the time I have for today, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you've not already, then please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and ring the bell to make sure you stay up to date with all the latest content here on the channel. And if you want to recommend a game for review, then you can find me on Twitter at DrumForestDrum. Did you play Spiritfarer? What did you think of it? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments, and I shall catch you next time. Take it easy, everybody.